harem genre is a genre in which one man is surrounded by many women. Many women around him like him. Now for this video we will recommend the best harem anime version of Atsumaru Incorporated. Before we go to the anime list, it would be good if you subscribe to this channel first so you don't miss any info about the anime you like. Okay, just go ahead. Ikuto Tsuhohin just had a fight with his old man, one that led him to make a rash decision to run away from home. He boards a ship, deciding to take a vacation, but the ship is suddenly hit by a huge storm, one that sends Ikuto overboard. When he regains consciousness, he realizes he is still alive on some island. An isolated island with nothing but girls, beautiful girls. Stranded on an island with only girls, no electricity, gas, radio, television, like he was back in the Stone Age. After their parents' deaths, brother and sister Akito and Akiko Himinokoji were forced to live with separate families for 6 years. But now they have finally reunited and begin to live together. It quickly becomes apparent that Akiko harbors romantic feelings for her brother, however, Akito only sees her as a sibling. When 3 more girls, Anastasia Nasuhara, Arashi Nikaido, and Jinbei Harumi Satari, move into their apartment, Akiko's hopes of living alone with her brother vanish. Moreover, these girls also like Akito in one way or another, making it even more difficult for Akiko to gain her brother's undivided attention. As the girls fight over who should take care of Akito, they display various eroticisms that may be a little too much for a normal man to handle. Shinichi Kano is a shut-in otaku with a vast knowledge of anime, manga, and video games. One day, after applying for a job in hopes of escaping his secluded lifestyle, he is kidnapped and transported to the Elven Empire, a fantasy world filled with elves, dragons, and dwarves. Trapped in this strange land, Shinichi is given an unlikely task by the Japanese government, to spread otaku culture across the realm by becoming an otaku missionary. To accomplish his mission, Shinichi has the full support of the Japanese government, as well as the half-elf maid Mayuzel and Princess Betralka of the Elven Empire. Together with this ragtag bunch, he will overcome the obstacles of politics, social classes, and ethnic discrimination to promote the ways of the otaku in this holy land. Kamito Kagurazaka is a commoner with a fetish for men's muscles, or at least that's the lie he must keep telling if he wants to keep himself out of trouble at the elite all-girls school, Seikun Academy. Kidnapped by the school under the assumption that he prefers men, Kamito is made to be their commoner sample, exposing the girls to both commoner and men so that the transition to the world after school is not jarring. Threatened with castration should his sexual preferences not match the school's assumptions, Kamito keeps up the facade to protect his manhood. But there are eccentric individuals around every corner who begin to make Kamito's life even more difficult. Among them are Ikatenku Ibashi, a social outcast who blurts out whatever comes to mind, Hakuya Shiodome, a young genius, Karen Jinryu, the daughter of samurai who is obsessed with defeating Kamito, and Reikwari Sugawa, the perfect student who has delusions of marrying Kamito. Along with the commoner himself, these 4 girls make up the Commoner Club, which attempts to teach the girls more about life outside the school, while Kamito gradually learns about the odd girls surrounding him. Shugo Makedano's father has just passed away, and now he must become the head of Makedano Group, his father's company. After completing the training to take over, there is just one other stipulation he must adhere to: he will need to find a girl he loves at his new school and marry her by the time he graduates high school. Shugo transfers to Miryu and Private Academy, and it seems like he has many girls to choose from, such as Konoe Suruma, the class representative, as well as his first new friend, Miyabi Kanagi, a standoffish but kind girl, Rinkaku Nidachi, the student council vice president, Mei Sagara, who runs a cafe and dresses like a witch, and Mana Tendu, the student council president. However, there is a complication. One of them is his long-lost half-sister, and he has no idea which one, so how can he become romantically involved with any of them? When Kodaka Hasegawa finds out that he will be transferring to a new school, he is determined to make a positive impression, and maybe even some friends. However, Kodaka discovers he is out of luck when he immediately gets labeled as a violent delinquent due to his blonde hair and intimidating expression. Although a month has passed, Kodaka is still alone thanks to his notorious reputation. However, his life begins to change when he finds fellow loner Yozora Mikazuki, talking to her imaginary friend in an empty classroom. After sharing stories of their lonely high school life, Kodaka and Yozora decide to overcome the difficulties of making friends together by starting the Neighbors Club. Created for people who don't have friends, daily activities involve learning social skills and how to fit in, which will hopefully allow them to make friends. Joined by the arage-loving Sina Kashiwazaki, and other eccentric outcasts, Kodaka may finally have managed to find people he can call friends, in this club filled with hilarious oddballs. Kazuma Hoshino is preparing himself for a new stage of his life as a teenager. Because of his brother Yumu's weaker than average health, their parents thought it best for the family to move out from the city to a more rural environment. Now the two brothers are off to the Yorozuyo Inn, where they'll be staying until their parents can settle affairs back in the city and set up their new home. Their arrival to the inn doesn't go as planned though. When they catch the wrong bus, Ayumu gets his hat stolen by a wild monkey, and Kazuma gets lost in the woods trying to track the animal down. It all leads to a chance encounter with a spirited young girl named Yui, who Kazuma ends up accidentally falling onto and kissing while she tries leading him back to the bus stop. This hardly sits well with Yui's friend Ibuki, who swiftly kicks Kazuma and sends him on his way, much to Kazuma's continued horror. However, for some reason, something about this place is bringing whispers of the past into Kazuma's mind. Small flashes back to a more innocent time and a friendship long forgotten. When Ryu Yamada entered high school, he wanted to turn over a new leaf and lead a productive school life. That's why he chose to attend Suzaku High, where no one would know of his violent delinquent reputation. However, much to Ryu's dismay, he is soon bored. Now a second year, Ryu has reverted to his old ways, lazy with abysmal grades and always getting into fights. One day, back from yet another office visit, Ryu encounters Zurara Shiraishi, a beautiful honors student. A misstep causes them both to tumble down the stairs, ending in an accidental kiss. The pair discover they can switch bodies with a kiss, an ability which will prove to be both convenient and troublesome. Learning of their new power, Toranosuke Miyamura, a student council officer and a single member of the Supernatural Studies Club, recruits them for the club. Soon joined by Miyabi too, an eccentric interested in all things supernatural, the group unearths the legend of the 7 witches of Suzaku High, 7 female students who have obtained different powers activated by a kiss. Nariyuki Yuviga, an impoverished third-year high school student, works tirelessly to receive the VIP nomination, a scholarship that would cover all of his college tuition fees. In recognition of his hard work, the headmaster awards him the renowned scholarship. However, this scholarship is given under one condition: he must tutor the school's geniuses in their weakest subjects. Joining his new brigade of pupils are the math maestro Rezu Ogata, who wants to study humanities, the literature legend Fumino Furuhashi, who wants to study science, and Yuviga's sports-savvy childhood friend, Yurika Takemoto, who is hopeless at everything else. We Never Learn follows Yuviga as he tries to teach his three eccentric tutees in a series of strange and comedic antics. But as Ogata's and Furuhashi's ambitions conflict with their talents, will Yuviga be able to help his students achieve their dreams? After Kotaro Satomi's father is suddenly relocated for his job, the first-year high school student is faced with finding a cheap place to live by himself. Naturally, he jumps at the chance to move into Corona House's room 106 for a mere 5,000 yen a month. The following night, Kotaro is visited by various seemingly mythical figures, all of whom claim ownership of the poor student's apartment. Among the invaders are Sanae Higashihongan, a ghost supposedly haunting the room, magical girl Yurika, alien princess Damilis Greyfortorth, and Kiraha Kurano, a direct descendant of the Earth people. But more importantly, each of these four girls needs Kotaro's apartment for her own reasons and won't back down without a fight. So from that list, which one is your favorite? Please tell us in the comments below. Okay, that's it for the video this time. If you like our videos, you can share them, so your friends know what you know. Thank you for watching.